Howdy strangers, and welcome back to another video. As I'm sure a lot of you are already aware, there was a recent update that just came out for BRM5 where they added, well, I want to say new weapons, but really most of them are weapons we've already had, and I'll get into that in a second. They also added a new helicopter to the game, which is kind of cool. I'm not really going to be talking about in this video. I just recently released a video talking about the secondaries in BRM5, literally just the other day. And literally the next day after, they add 4 new pistols to the game. So right here, I have the beautiful M9. I covered this in my video. I used it for a little bit, and I was talking about how really good the secondaries were. Well, they also added the M9A1. Okay, so what is the difference between the M9 and the M9A1? The M9A1 has a rail, and you can put a flashlight on it. That's it. Nothing else. It's just a gun with the flashlight on it. It's an M9 with the flashlight on it. That is all it is. It is the starter pistol, except you need to buy the starter pistol just so you can put a flashlight on your handgun. Why not just buy a different gun at that point? I don't know. I don't understand why we needed to make this an entirely new gun, but we did. So then we had the V22-6R. Yeah, look how cool this one is. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Well, then we also have the MK25 Mod 0. What is the difference here? I didn't know what the difference was. I did not know what the difference was whenever I first opened this up and I saw this in the game. So the difference here, as you can see, this is just the base handgun, you know, like P22-6, very cool, right? Well, this one, it has an anchor on the side. That's the difference. That's the difference between these two handguns. One has an anchor on the side, this one doesn't. This one does. That's the difference. They have the exact same stats. Literally identical. Same stats. It's like, why? The only new handgun, like the new handgun I will properly say is a new handgun, is this. This is the 1911. Very cool. It's not. I know it's not a 1911. It is a variant of the 1911, but I'm going to call it 1911 for the sake of just my sanity. This one's really cool. This is the gun I'm going to be talking about in today's video. It is very cool. I'm happy it's here. However, why? We could have just had like one of these and then had like a slide option to have the anchor on the side. I know this is technically like a new gun because of, you know, look, I mean, you can read the description. A variant of the V22-6 evolved from the V22-6 Navy. It has a different slide on it. It has a corrosion-resistant finish, and it has an anchor on the side. Why couldn't this have just been a handguard and slide option that you can put on the regular V22-6? I don't know, but we couldn't have done it apparently. If it was me, I would have just made it a handguard and slide option for the V22-6R, and that whenever you equip it, it changes the name of the gun up here. It's literally a purely cosmetic change, but you have to buy the gun twice if you want it. Well, or you could just buy one of them. But if you want all the guns in the game, you basically have to buy the same thing twice. Same thing with the M9, but they also did it for the MP7. So here we have the MP7A1 with its typical, you know, you can't change the grip on this one. MP7A2, you can put your own grip. But it's the same gun. Same identical stats. You just gotta buy the same gun twice. It's like, why? Why couldn't this have just been a handguard option for the MP7A1? You see, you go in here, boom, you know, like there's the bottom one right in the middle, and see, it has no options. Why don't you just make it so you can put a rail on the bottom, and then it changes to the MP7A2? Because as far as I'm aware, the only difference between the MP7A1 and the A2 is that you can put your own grip on it. If there's some other reason, let me know, but even the game itself says it's the same performance as the A1 model, so it's like, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we adding more UI to the game? Why are we just cluttering everything up? Anyways, I'm gonna go talk about the 1911 now, the new M45A1. Okay, actually I lied, because there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. So, they finally added the content creator patch, which is just, you know, smile, you're on camera. Very clever, I like it a lot. However, they kind of made a little bit of a mistake, and everyone has access to the content creator patch, regardless if you're a content creator or not. It was only supposed to be for BRM5 or PL5 content creators, but currently they made a mistake and everyone has access to it. So, I think that's just a little bit funny, just wanted to point that out. And additionally, they also did some remodeling. The UMP45 has a different frame. Is that what they called it? Hold on, let me check. Okay, yeah, so the UMP45 has a new receiver, which I think looks very good. It looks pretty sleek now, and I'm a big fan of it. And same thing with the G36 G36K. Did they put it under carbine? Okay, it's under both. The G36K looks different, which is now also the G36KA2. Not sure why, but it is. Very cool. It looks very good. I think this is a very nice model. Very, very sleek. Big fan of it. Yeah, not much I can really say about it, but just wanted to point it out because I think they deserve the recognition. And finally, the last thing I wanted to point out is they finally added a Scar H suppressor. Very nice. I don't believe there is one for the FAL still, so all of my FAL enjoyers are just gonna have to kind of suffer, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully the FAL might get something in the future. No clue, but as for now, we'll have to settle for the Scar H getting some love, which I'm very happy to see. So yeah, we finally have a 1911 in the game, which is very cool. I'm currently running the extended mag option for it, so might have a little bit of fun with it. Anyone gonna come down this way for me? Does it seem like it? Okay, well. Are they just kind of letting me do this? Why did... Okay, they really just let me run through their entire team with that. Okay, that's pretty nice. My volume is low. There we are. But yeah, 1911 finally in the game. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about it. I know I am. Even if they are secondaries, I'm always happy to see new guns added to the game. Not the same secondary slapped, copy and pasted, except now you have a rail on it. I'm sorry, I'm going to complain about this a lot. It's kind of my thing, you know? Me complaining about stuff in BRM5, it's like my whole channel thing. Wow, I'm actually surprised I got that kill. I'm proud of myself. How did that guy die? How did that guy die in his spawn? What did he do? Also, I totally thought those cinder blocks were enemies. The paranoia is real whenever you just have a hand. Where did I get shot from? How did... Wait, so that was the guy... How was there two teammates next to me and I was the one that getting... Whatever. But yeah, very happy that 1911 is in the game. I will talk about the P226, I believe it is. Or the VR226 they called it. I don't know. I guess maybe for copyright reasons they had to change it. It's good to see them kind of do a little bit of a... It does have some very bouncy recoil though, which is a little bit problematic. I know it's in 45, it's not your typical 9mm or whatever, but yeah, this handgun jumps around a whole lot with its recoil. Like, more so than all the other calibers, which is, you know, a little bit to be expected because it is, but if I'm gonna have a handgun that jumps around a whole bunch, I'd rather just use the Deagle, to be honest. The Deagle fits me way better, and has even more power than this does. I actually didn't realize it at the time, but the 1911 almost 4 shots everywhere. It is 24 damage to the arms, so that means it is a 5 shot to the arms, but everywhere else, this gun is a 4 shot. 2 shot to the torso, 1 shot to the head, and 4 shot to the legs. That is some very good damage for just a secondary. Like, they really are keeping up with the theme of, you know, handguns being overpowered in this game. You know, I still think we could have, you know, nerfed the APB maybe a little bit, and, you know, removed this 1-shot head. And also, since we're just going to be, like, doing stupid stuff with the handguns, maybe we could bring back the 80-round drum. Not sure why the 80-round drum is gone. Yay! Taco Complains video. Everybody's been wanting this, I'm sure. So from what I've seen with the new handguns is that the M45, the 1911, while it lacks modularity, it makes up for it in firepower, and the VR226 has, you know, more modularity but less firepower, which makes sense because the 1911 is in 45 and the other handgun is in 9mm, as you would expect. And honestly, I'm always more of kind of a firepower kind of guy. You know, I'm a big fan of the battle rifles in this game, so I'd much rather have my firepower over having like modularity and stuff like that. I don't need a lot on my guns anyways. I just kind of need like a little red dot at most. Where did I get shot at from? Okay, I couldn't even see him, but I guess he could see me apparently, even though I was laying down. But there's also the coolness factor for me for an M45A1 is I've actually shot one of these in real life. So, you know, it's also kind of cool to see that. You know, you kind of see a gun I've actually used before in real life and, you know, actually try it out in game. It's kind of interesting to see the parallels between them and also, you know, kind of the contrast. So yeah, I gotta admit, I am a really big fan of this 1911. I think it has a great model as well. Very, very, very pretty. My only problem I will say with this handgun is that I wish it didn't have the sound effect it did. It sounds weak. Like, it is a very pathetic sounding 1911. It just, I don't know. Wait, is that a guy? Man, I just like... It's so hard to tell sometimes when playing this game if people are like not real players, sorry. It's so weird sometimes, just like, I can't tell if it's a dead body or not sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, I can't tell if they're like intentionally playing dead or if they're just lost. Okay. So yeah, after already checking out like the damage on the 1911 compared to like the VR22.6, I'm not looking forward to the VR22.6 because I could already see that it's like a 5-shot limb, which like isn't horrendous, but that's like basic average for all the handguns. So, you know, goober. Nice. How did we do? 8-2 with just a 1911? That's pretty nice. I felt like John Wick a little bit, just running around the office, dropping people. Wow. I just look at that ADS time with this handgun. Oh my god. You should not be getting outpaced by anybody else. Like, you should not be getting out ADS. What is that spot? I can't even see him. How did he lose that? I did not even know he was there, and he lost. That takes real time. Okay, whatever. You know what? Whatever. Not only did he get outgunned by a little rinky-dinky pistol, he also just... Whatever. I did not even see him at all. That might be the Okay. Forgot you could emote in PvP. That's like the one problem of playing with like high graphics in this game, is that shadows are really dark. And this is like a daytime map, so it's not like in really any scenario would I be running night vision anyways. So yeah, I'll just admit, I'm really kind of annoyed with how the update came out, and it seemed like there was going to be quite a few new handguns added to the game, and also like a new MP7 variant. I got excited because I saw a new MP7 variant. I saw MP7A2, I was like, oh my god, I love the MP7, what is this? You know, like, I never heard about this before, and then just to find out that all it was just like, you can put a flashlight on your gun. It's like, really? Was this really necessary to make me buy the same gun just so I could put a flashlight on it? Is it really that necessary? Alright, so I just got done editing the whole video and realized I had like no good footage of the P22.6 or whatever. So I'm having to, that's exactly my point. I can't do anything with this handgun. So like whatever happened to this point, like it's just gonna have to work because I've already spent like almost an hour making this video and I can't keep recording footage on a pistol I don't want to use. So whatever happens this game is what happens. We're just gonna call it a day. If you already made it this far in the video, howdy! I appreciate the support. I'm sorry that you all had to listen to me complain pretty much the entire time, but I do feel like I wanted to give honest criticism about this update, and I gotta admit, I was very let down. If this was just supposed to be like an update where like they just kind of do some patches and just kind of throw in some small stuff, and it's not really meant to like be a big content update, that is completely fair, but I also think just cluttering up the UI with basically things that just look identical to me, like to an untrained eye, a lot of the new guns they added into this game are just guns that already exist, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? And I'm sure some of you may not even be able to tell without looking at the gun name, is that this is just the anchor one. This is the same handgun, except it's got an anchor on the side. I'm starting to get to the point with this handgun where I feel like I'm just better off with a melee weapon. Like, I'm not getting anything done with this pistol. Like, I don't know. I tried using the other one. I tried using the base variant. Couldn't get anything done with it. And I can't get anything done with, like, the little fancy, you know, navy one either. So, oh, maybe I just suck. Maybe that's the problem here. What's up, Warburtons? Poor guy just got censored entirely. Okay, that guy gets a clip, but whenever I use it, I can't get anything done. I'm gonna lose my mind, man. I can't get any footage. I'm gonna queue up one more match, and this is it. This is it. Whatever happens, happens. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna look at my poster for encouragement. Alright, sweet. That's all I need to do. I just need to look at my referencing game for some encouragement. That's all I needed.